How's it going, you glorious bastards? My name is FOXSOL, and I am here again on another video on Lords of the Fallen. And in today's video, we are going to be discussing the Red Reaper cheese. This will be considered for right now, I believe, the final video that is related to the cheese videos that I have created, the farming videos, and so forth. And really what it's all about, to be honest, is the fact that right now, I have to be honest that, the Red Reaper is not that big of a deal. It's never been that big of a deal, but I want to make this video because I honestly feel like the developers lost sight of what is fun, what is gaming in that regard. And what I mean by that is the problem that I have with the developers basically nerfing the player and buffing the Reaper and making the Reaper now basically invulnerable to every element in the game. He does not take fall damage, which makes sense, but he cannot be soul flared. He cannot take any kind of worldly, death plane based damaged. The Reaper cannot take fire damage with the lava. The Reaper really, in all honesty, cannot be killed in any other method than a straight 1v1 scenario, which is not really a 1v1 scenario because you got all his friends that come out of the woodworks that basically you gotta muster around in order to kill the son of a bitch. So why is this an issue to me? It's not really an issue for me. It's an issue, I think, that I was talking about this in my live stream. Like, I'm venting about this in terms of we have other issues. We could duplicate boss weapons. We have some stuttering issues. We have issues to where, there's still some other things in this game that is somewhat broken. I still get issues with the Umbral ending. Gretchen now is not breaking my character no more, but it still crashes. But the developers really seem like they're upset with the fact that we have been playing a game, farming this one monster, this one Reaper over and over again, and for the light of them, they can't figure out why. And it's apparently a bad thing. And it's like, it's not really a bad thing. I don't see it how it could be, considered this. Because, okay, in all honesty, when we all first start our game, we probably all played it the same way. Legit, going through the bosses, having fun, and then we went into the Umbral and we overstayed our time and we discovered this Red Reaper. And then the first thought in everybody's mind was, I want to be the first one to kill it, or I want to kill this son of a bitch because I'm sure he's almost impossible to kill. Okay, we did it. We discovered some things by accident of farming him. Cool. This apparently is a no-no with the developers. We have read the interviews. We've read the developer notes. They have done everything to make sure that the Scarlet Shadow, that they're taking measures to make it harder to cheese him. But for what reason? You nerfed the amount of vigor that he gave, which honestly was a great nerf. You nerfed basically, just what the player collects from it. And then you realize that the players aren't farming him for vigor. They're farming him for the fucking goddamn Umbral shrimp that I call it. Oh crap. Or the Umbral shrimp. Because boss weapons cost a shit ton. Oh, but we want people to play the game. You need to go look at all the stigmas. We put time and effort into this. Oh, I understand, okay. Look. And my first playthrough, man, when I saw every single one of those stigmas, I did my best to go find every single one to look at them. And I know it's going to be said because I've already heard this in my live streams. Well, you know, you get more of those shrimps from actually beating bosses than the Red Reaper anyway. I'm not talking about myself. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about the person who is, you know, a fucking Souls veteran. All right? What I'm talking about is that there is some things in this game that if you take a look at a developer like From Software, there's cheese methods all over Dark Souls. There's cheese methods in Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, Elden fucking Ring that's still there that has not been patched because you know what? The developers realized something. If this is how y'all want to have fun, go have fun. Who are we to stop you? You know, it's a video game. Go have fun. You want to go cheese this? Go cheese this. Like I was saying, like a lot of people that I know of, we go play the game legitimately. First character we play with is what we call our PvE character. This is the character that we're going to go to level 200 plus, you know. We're going to play this character over and over again. And the reason being is that, you know, this is our PvE character. We wanted to browse the world, have fun looking at everything there is. We're not worried about anything. And then we create a second character, and this character is our PvP character. This is the character that we are going to unofficially set a rule between all of the Dark Souls community, which is anywhere between like levels 125 to 150. This is your PvP character. This is the character you will play with if you go into Fight Club. And we don't talk about Fight Club, but we're talking about Fight Club right now. So how do you get your secondary character that you just started up to level 125-ish as fast as possible? This is where farm strats come in. This is where we discovered stuff with our PvE characters. This is where we learned stuff on the internet. We just talked with our friends. And legitimately, the Red Reaper was a good source in the beginning for not for a person who's level 200. Like if you're level fucking 200 and you are fucking pissed off that the Red Reaper has been fucking nerfed and shit. Dude, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's something wrong there. If you're worried about your level 200 fucking character not being able to fucking farm anymore. Okay? But if you're the type of person that, you know, is starting a new PvP character, well, it makes sense that you're a little pissed off that your farming source to get the boss weapons that you want to get for it easier, because you might have a particular boss that you know that you need to get. You get the scorings. The farming with the Red Reaper, the way a lot of us seen it, I believe, is okay. The Red Reaper means absolutely nothing to us. We're killing him to get him out of the way so that way we can actually go get levels, because it's a 3 times multiplier in that world with the Umbral. We're not worried about the Red Reaper. We're worried about killing him to go farming, because for us, a lot of good farming was in a certain area where the enemy density is extremely high and these Umbrals are just spawning rapidly after you kill the Red Reaper, and you're just farming them because they only take, you know, 2 or 3 hits to kill. And that gets your PvE, or excuse me, your PvP character that you're trying to build leveled up faster to where, okay, now your PvP character's at level fucking 100 or 98 or whatever. Now you're gonna go play the game legitimately. You're gonna go beat the bosses and everything just to open up the areas that you want to open, so you get to Fight Club faster. We don't want to spend 3 weeks, you know, we don't want to spend a week building up our PvP character. We want to do it in a day or 2. Something quick, simple, fast, a method to do that. Now, grant you, here comes a problem with this said scenario. PvP right now is broken in this game. It's legitimately broken. And why is it broken? Well, you could be level 300 and you can evade a level 100 person's world, basically, if you're lucky enough, which seems to be god awful for a lot of people. And basically go fucking hunt down people, and with Umbral spells in particular. God damn. Wasn't expecting that, but okay. Got that anyway. Fucking asshole. So in all reality, like I was just saying right there, you got the next problem, which is, okay, PvP, level 300, he invades a level 100's world, because that's what it seems like is happening more and more often right now. And don't tell me it's not, because we've seen it. We've been on live streams and such. So, yeah. Until that's balanced to where, you know, we're going to be where the quote unquote hunter, the invader, is going to be matched against the host and be based at his same level. It's not a point to play PvP. PvP, invading and everything, is practically fucking stupid. I'm going to say it. It is the stupidest thing I've seen so far in this game. But it doesn't mean it can't get fixed. It doesn't mean it can get better. It doesn't mean that we can't set rules. It doesn't mean the community hasn't already set rules and say, hey, look, you got to be level 125. And if you're going to do Fight Club, this is the area we're going to do Fight Club at. Come join and we'll play. Put in this password, whatever. But you're going to get all these invaders that's going to come in, and until they are actually at the level of the player, it's just kind of bum diggly dumb fucking ridiculous. So that's all I'm going to say. Now, what can be done to at this point? If I was the developers, I would look at this situation and I would recall the Red Reaper's last update. I would leave with the gravity issue. I would take away the platforming, you know, the claw bullshit's happening. And I would make him a little bit more cheesable and say, okay, we're going to allow y'all to have your fun. Okay. And be done with it. That's all. I don't think that that is a hard cry. Because, I mean, I can still... I have 2 copies of Lords of the Fallen. It's crossplay. I can make another character level 100 before it even starts fucking tutorial if I needed to. It ain't that big of a deal. But I'm looking at a person who doesn't have that ability. I'm looking at a person who doesn't have friends. I'm looking at a person who's played Dark Souls that just wants to get done with PvE and wants to get into PvP. Wants to get their second character a little bit higher level so that way they actually can progress a little bit faster. So, if I was the developers, I would recall the last update to a certain point in the Red Reaper. I would make him vulnerable back to fire. I would leave the gravity, you know, the gravity buffed where he doesn't die to gravity. I would leave that because we got used to that. And I would just let him be a little bit more cheesable, just so that way people like ourselves, if we deem it's fun, it's fun. And I'm going to put it like this to the people who's going to probably comment on the video and tell me, well, you know, it's just not, why don't you just fight him normally like everyone else should be doing? I fought him normally. I could fight him. He's easy to fight. Blah, blah, blah. This, and all other thing. Dude, that's great. Good for you, boo-boo. Do you. What I'm saying is that not everybody plays the same game the same fucking way. And why the fuck do you give a fuck? If you want to play that way, play that way. If we want to play cheesing method, let's play cheesing method. Let the player decide how they want to get somewhere. It's not going to teach them skills. No, it's not going to teach them how to PvP. It's not going to, just because they're level 200 and such, it's not going to make them the best fucking player in the game. It's not going to do any of that. What it's going to do is just going to help fucking go ahead and drop the grind time, because this game in reality is not is less than a 40-hour game if you actually speed run it. That's what I do in my live streams. I speed run the endings. I could beat this game in less than 2 fucking hours. It's not hard. The game's very small. It looks like a large game in the aspect, but in reality, these maps are very small. It's very linear. Now, I'm going to leave with that, but I'm going to also add this at the end of this video. Is that I'm going to tell you guys right now. You come to my live streams. You need help with getting scorings. You need help with farming the Red Reaper. You need help with building up a second character. You need help with getting quintessences. You need help getting items. I'm your guy. Come to our live streams. I am more than happy enough to go ahead. If I got something that because I don't use half the stuff that I got that you need, I am more than happy to go ahead and hand it over to you to make your experience better in this game. Not at all. You need help farming? I will stop doing what I'm doing if I can, and I'm going to go ahead and help you farm out the fucking Red Reaper or boss fight. We'll go through New Game Plus 0 70 fucking times if you need to, just so that way you can get an achievement or you level up your character. Because you know what? That's what's going to be needed now is in order for this community to grow and to expand, we need to help one another. So, otherwise than that, my dudes, my dudettes, my lords of the fallen, my oh ye tarnished ones, right now, there will be no more Red Reaper cheese videos. We will be switching that style up to a whole different style, which we're going to basically call that fighting the Red Reaper with whatever weapon. It'll be a weekly little series, possibly, maybe a couple of days here and there, but it's going to be something on how we fight the Red Reaper. What is the plan? What is the build? Like, are we going to fist fight him like we did earlier today in the stream? We're going to do stupid things to fight the Red Reaper and see if we can come out on top. Legitimate ways of fighting him, okay? But you guys have a good one. You take it easy. And thank you to all the new channel members and everything that's come onto the channel. You guys are amazing. But this will be the last Red Reaper video for the time period on how to cheese them. And until next time, on the next Lords of the Fallen video, I hope that you're all doing well. And I hope to catch you on our live streams that we're doing daily right now, which we are streaming anywhere between basically 6 p.m. till like 1 o'clock in the morning Central Time Zone. It all depends on what we're doing. So have a good one, guys. Take it easy. Peace.